matter.
How was it financially speaking?
Financially, it was terrible. Like I said, first 6 weeks you get a $700 stimulus. So it was cool for the first few months, actually, even after they stopped, because I saved up with that. But then bills don't stop. Bills actually kind of going up because now I'm in the house more.
Right.
Alabama in June, July, August ain't nothing to play with. So that is going to stay on. My son is home. We watching Bubble Guppies or Cocoa Melon all the time. You know, like electricity bill wasn't nothing nice. And it's not like they took anything off of rent or any other bills. And I had student loans to pay. I got, just bills that were already there. But no incoming money. So when you get to that $250 a week and that's really what you're relying on, it was bad. I think that's why my reaction was the way it was when that happened at my job, that I remember what it was like before this. Do I go back to that or do I just stay down?
Yeah.
That's an important one.
That's real.
Yeah.
Oh man, then we all thought about that.
They didn't offer any programs to help with housing, any programs to help with utilities.
KIV is some shit.
Yeah, no.
That part, what she said.
Like, in DC they have that, but it's very interesting. Like, what is New York doing coming out of the pandemic?
Even in DC,
Oh,
it's
man.
hard to do. It's hard to get.
It is hard to get, but the program is there at least to apply. Like they don't even have that.
So when I was working at my job in DC for the LGBT youth, Smile, they did amazing for these kids. Like, they got them as much things as they needed. They were giving them like extra money, extra grocery money. Restaurants were like donating food weekly, even maybe twice weekly for them. They really, really did a great job. And like even now, the program has been extended for them because it was like, you guys couldn't get anything. So why would we expect that you guys should be ready to leave this program when like the whole year we were in the pandemic? When George Floyd happened, we like facilitated meetings with lawyers so they can know their rights. Wow. When they do go protesting, it was really, really great. I was like, wow, you guys are really on it. We didn't stop them from leaving the house. It was a personal choice. But you couldn't come to that office. And I just let them know when like they went out protesting that like, yo, like if you need me, call me, like I'm here. I'll come and get you. Like, if something happens, like take my number. And like even the lawyer was like, here's my number. Like tell them I'm your lawyer to represent you. Yes, I was really excited about that. New York, actually this is my second job in New York. When I first got there, because I believe in outreach and like meeting people where they were, I was really disheartened when I got to the job that I was at and they wasn't doing any outreach at all. Because people were still out in the streets, people were still sleeping under bridges, over bridges, at the subways, nothing really stopped for New York. And that was really my thing. I'm like, yo, we need to get out there. Like, people still need services. So when I got this job now, that was one thing I said in my interview is like, I want to get out there. Like, I want to be utilized for the talents that I can bring for my community, to my community. Yeah. So this organization does a great job. And now we're like 100% open. And they're here. I'm there. We're doing great.
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful. I like hearing nice nails, by the way, just so I got nice.
White toenail season.
Summertime. But this is important because when it comes to intersectionality, especially touching on things like microaggressions, which I think we should touch next, I like to hear what is the community doing for itself and what is the folks outside of the community doing for you guys. Because we all know those microaggressions are going to be there for free regardless. All you got to do is breathe.
For free.
So we'll start with Bradley. I hear some deep sighs over here.
I just come to me last because I like I get real DC when I just think of like all the last year that I've been in New York and like how many times I've been called aggressive, how many times I've been called negative. And I'm just like, one, let me just say, as a gay black man, I always walk into the room as a black woman because I've been raised by them. I see them daily, and I see what every single black woman can do. So when I walk in there, I'm just like, yo, I remember my grandmother, my mother, aunts, cousins, like, yo, no nonsense. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Mm-hmm. And they really just can't take that. And so, like, when I talk to black women who like, yeah, they call me aggressive, or they say these little things about me, and I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is really ridiculous. I've even called you about
we've had talks.
These like I know
that was crazy.
I know my white neighbors was not happy with me. I know the interracial couple down the hall was not happy with me because I was not happy. Like, I was not happy at all, and I let everyone at work and in the building know.
But it shouldn't be that way.
It should not be that way at all. And I did apologize, and some of the people in the building were willing to, like, sit down and talk and hear me out. And I was willing to hear them out. But it's just like, you have privilege that I don't. And it's really unfortunate that sometimes people who do good work cannot see that. Like, I always tell people in any nonprofit that I work for, I'm just like, when something's upsetting you at work and you don't want to be here anymore, you can leave. You can love, eat, and pray your way through Europe. You can go back to school. You can live with your parents. Yes. I don't have that. I mean, I can come live back with my parents, but they're like, yo, you need a job. Like, you can't be here, like, going back to school. Like, you going back to school and working? That's just a luxury I don't have. So I have to be at a job until I find something that an organization that aligns with me. Or until I have enough money to start my own. Yeah, it just really gets me. It gets me real. That's when I started listening to my Soul of a Sister, like, come to work super black.